Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to the pilot episode of the Lake Stevens School District Swimming in Tech videocast. I am one of your hosts, Chad Brandt, fourth grade teacher at Sunnycrest. And you're probably seeing Mr. Phil Biggs.
That's me.
Technology TOSA with Lake Stevens School District. And let's get going with our first segment. Now, Phil, are you going to put me on at this point?
You're good to go, Chad.
Okay. All right. So our first segment is called Google Apps Freestyle. Today, in the next 3 minutes, we're going to be talking about editing images in Google Slides and Google Docs. You can fill shapes with an image. You can crop images. You can even fade out images to use them for backgrounds. And I'm going to do it right in this presentation here that we're using. I'm going to get rid of this background. There we go. Get rid of the background so I can show you some of the image tools you've got available to you in Google Slides. Most of these will work in Docs as well, but I'm going to start by just importing an image. Click on the image button. Right in my Google Drive, I've got a swimmer image that I want to upload. And I've got my image in here. Now you can crop this image with the familiar crop icon just by clicking here, and then you get the handles at the four corners and the four sides of the image. I can crop from this corner, and you can see I like how they
Wait,
fade
Chad,
out.
I don't see your screen.
You don't see it?
No, all of a sudden I realized I don't see your screen there. Sorry. We can start over again.
No, that's okay. No, keep going. So you just select because you need to select mine?
No, I just see you in there.
Oh, you see just my face?
Yeah. Which screen did you share?
Because I need to do a screen share, don't I?
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Love it. Love it. That's why we're doing it. Okay.
Just in time for Beth.
Yep. Boom.
There we go.
We're good?
Yeah. Go
okay,
for it.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right, great. I'll just keep going where I left off. So just by pulling any of these handles, you can crop your image. I love how they fade out so you can see the original image, but here the full color portion is the portion that it will crop to if you click out of the image. I click there, and now I've cropped my image. I'm going to hit Control-Z to undo that. Because I also want to show you what you may not have seen next to the crop image icon here is the little pull down arrow. This is where you can mask the image. I'm going to get off the crop, select the image, and now here I can actually put the image inside a shape of my choosing. Well, this is fun, a 24 pointed star. Let me try that. Click there, and bam! Now I've got the image inside a beautiful 20 was that 20 or 24 pointed star, and look at the impact that makes in your slide. Also, there are further image editing tools. If I click on the image, I have an image options button over here, and it pulls up this toolbar to the right of the screen. Google gives you a number of recoloring options that you can click through. If you want to make it grayscale or just recolor to a different color, you can. And I love the brightness, contrast, and transparency sliders here. Transparency slider is great if you want to kind of wash out an image, if you want to use it in the background, or if you want something to show through your image. And then you can also change the brightness and contrast of the image with these sliders and easily reset with the Reset Adjustments button here. Another bonus that I like to do, if I'll remove this image and now put that image in as my background, I love what Phil has done here with our presentation. He's created a text box here and then given it a fill color, but changed the transparency on the fill color so you can still read the text, but you can see the image behind. To do that, you just select your text box or shape and go to the fill color icon, pull down, and if you click on any of these custom boxes, excuse me, if you click on the word custom, you can choose your color from the color picker, choose the saturation here, and this is the transparency slider. So if you give it about half transparency, you can see the text, but you still let the image show through as well. Phil, for next week, is there anything else you'd like me to cover with image editing?
I have to look at our list, Chad, but I think that looks pretty good.
Okay, well, I'm going to head to the next slide here and turn it over to you.
All right. So then our next segment is always going to be a Moodle medley. Notice everything has a swimming theme here. And in this particular segment, what we want to do is just a quick highlight of a Moodle topic. In this case, we thought the best topic to start out with would be to show people how to add that Google Drive block. So I'm going to share. All right, quick check. You see the Moodle screen?
We got it, yep.
Okay, all right. So you can see over here in the upper left-hand corner, and I've finally got this set so that it comes up on everybody's Moodle homepage. At least I think it will. The Google Apps block, and notice it has a link to the 4 big Google applications that we would use in education. And as long as kids are on their Chromebook, they'll hit one of these and it immediately will take them into it. And it kind of gives you a way to keep Moodle as a hub of your class, and kids can come there and find everything that they're going to need, including links and videos and everything else, plus links to Classroom, Gmail, Google Drive, the whole thing. So how do you add that in? Well, I'm going to go into, we'll just go into this course that I have created, and you'll notice as soon as I come in, there is no block for that Google Drive in there anymore. So what I want to do is add that in. So first thing we have to do is turn on editing, and then the blocks, add a block always hits at the very bottom on the left side. And to add a Google Apps block to your Moodle course, all you have to do is click on the Add button, drag to Google Apps, click on that, and then if you've added blocks before, you know that it always ends up way down on the left-hand side, and that isn't a very good spot for kids to find that quickly and easily, especially if you're going to use Moodle as your hub of your class. So what you want to do is we're going to need to configure that and move it to the top. Now you can drag it if you want to, but it's not a sure thing. So what I have learned is to come in here and click on the gear icon, and then we're going to configure the Google Apps block. You have to do this twice. First of all, where it appears on this page, and we're going to say on any course main page, that's good enough. We don't want to go any deeper than that. And we're going to say we want it on the left-hand side of the screen, and you'll notice that they have this scale from -10 to 10, with -10 always being at the very top of the list. We want this always at the top, so I'm going to say on the left-hand side, -10. Then we also have to go down to the bottom and say, again, on the left-hand side, at the very top. I found if you don't do them both, it just doesn't work. Click Save Changes. Now, every time one of your students opens your course, they'll see the Google Apps block at the very top. Turn your editing off, and it looks like that. Again, it's pretty simple. They just click on any one of those, and it's going to take them to that particular Google application. And remember, if they're on a Windows or a Mac machine, in order for them to just be automatically signed in, they'll need to be signed into Chrome as well as logged into Moodle. And that's it for that segment. Chad, do you want to take it over?
Absolutely. All right, our third segment that you'll see each week is called Diving into Search. This is the segment in which you learn all the tips and tricks that make Google such a great search engine. Most of us are underutilizing the power of Google, and here is your 1-minute stop to get a quick search tip to make you a better searcher, you and your students better searchers, more powerful with the Google tools. Searching by image is what we're going to show you today. I am on a Google search page. I am looking at the images page. This trick will not work if you're just searching the web, because I just tried it a few minutes ago. You can search Google by image by clicking on the images. So you pull up an image search, and then you can drag, I could drag one of these images that I liked up here into the search box. And if I just drop the image here, I can do a Google search with this image. So I can click this image here, and Google makes a guess on what this image contains, and then they give you other web results and similar images to do with that particular image. Now, I'm going to go back to my image search here, and I think this would be great to use with my students if they're doing research. My students were researching the Grand Canyon a few months ago. I have a great picture of the Grand Canyon here on my desktop. I'm just going to drag that into Google from my desktop, drop it here, and the mighty Google recognizes the image as the Grand Canyon, and they give me similar images and all of these links that have to do with my image. Man, Google is slick. Phil, it looks like you've got the long course this week, and you're going to be talking about Google Play Store for EDU. Take it away.
You almost lost me, Chad, because I just about took off and started doing image searches, and I realized I can't do that yet, because that's pretty cool. That's cooler than I thought on that one. All right, so what we're going to do for our longer segment today, which really won't take that long, is talk about the Google Play Store for Education, or the Google Play Store for EDU is a better way to term that. The way that we've been doing applications to the Chromebook up to this point is somebody, on either most of the time, you have your kids go try to find the app. They'll go to the Google Chrome Store, search for it, install it, download it, all the things they need to do. And that can probably eat up 5 minutes of a class time. Multiply that over 4 or 5 classes during the day, you've lost a good half hour of instruction time. There's a better way to do it, and a much easier way that just it's been around for about a month or two now, and that is the Google Play Store for EDU. And for those of you who are watching this after the fact, and John, I'm not sure if you can see it, but if you look at the showcase on the side, I've got a link to the Play Store in there, and you can real quickly come back and find that. But let's share that page, and I'll kind of start showing you what that looks like. Maybe. Let me figure out. All right. Go back. It should be so easy. Ah, there we go. All right, there's the Play Store. Okay, here we go. Everybody see that in the screen? Chad, are we showing that?
Now I got it. Yep.
All right, good. So the Play Store, as you know, or if you don't know, on the Android side of the world, if you've got an iPhone, this is Google's iTunes Store. So the Play Store is the same as the iTunes Store. If you wanted to buy apps or books or videos, if you want to rent videos, you can come to the Google Play Store and find that. You can even, on the education side, you can't do it. On the consumer side, you can actually go in and you can buy phones and Chromebooks, tablets, everything else through the Play Store. So what we're looking at is kind of a subset of that. Now, to get to the Play Store for Education, it's play.google.com/edu. And all you have to do is remember to put that //edu there to get here. And when you get in here, you will either get a message that says you haven't been granted access to the Play Store for Education yet, or you'll get in. Now, the odds are really strong that you'll get in, but if for some reason you get a message saying you can't get there, email me, phil_biggs@lkstevens.wednet.edu, and I will put you in there so that you can have access to this. Now, for our purposes, if you've got tablets, it works the same way, but we're going to look at the Chrome apps piece of this. So over here on the left-hand side, you'll notice there's a Chrome apps. And what I want to be able to do is pick an app and then push it out to my students on that. And so if we can just search for an app up here. If you know the name of it, that's fine. If you don't know the name, you say, hey, I wonder if there's any video, or let's just say I need a photo editing. So I'm going to type in photo editing, do a quick search here. And there's two that I could actually push out to my kids on that one. So I would click on, let's just say, let's see what this Pixlr editor is like. And when you pop this open, you'll see that there are some yellow boxes at the top. The first one means that it's approved by this group of educators that Google, I think Google pulls them together and pays for them, or they've just contracted with an independent firm. But they actually have classroom teachers that go through and rate the apps if a company is willing to go through that process and pay to have that done. So this one got a 5 out of 5. It also says it's ad-free, so you don't have to worry about your kids getting advertisements as they try to use the program. The other one that you'll see sometimes is it'll say no in-app purchases, and that means that there's nothing in there that's going to tempt kids to try to purchase anything on that one. So you say, well, that looks pretty good. I think I'll try that one. So then what do? Well, what you do is you say, I want to install this on Chromebooks. And by the way, this only installs, Chrome apps only install onto Chromebooks. Kids won't see this when they go to their accounts on a Windows or a Mac or a Linux machine. They'll only see this when they go to their Chromebook. That's the only place it's going to happen. But I've got it here. Notice the cost is free. Now all I have to do is start typing in my students' names. And so let's put in, Jerry. I'll put in my Dusty Rhodes. Let's put in generosity. And I could just keep adding all the students in my class. Now, that's kind of a slow way, so if you really wanted to go quickly on this one, go to your Hapara teacher dashboard, go to class info, and find that group mailing list, copy that, paste it in here, boom, you've got every kid in your class that's going to get this. Now all I have to do is click add, and it pops up and it says, okay, these are the people that I'm going to send this to as soon as I click Save Changes, because you notice it says I have to save those changes. So I click there, and boom, next time any of those 3 students log into their Chromebook, they're going to see Pixlr Editor in their Chrome apps down in the lower left-hand corner when they click on the apps list. It's a great way to save time. You get to pick out what they want, and it will be on there. Now, occasionally you may pick an app and it won't go to the kids, and at that point in time it may be because I haven't gotten that on the approved list, so you just send me an email and say, hey, add this to the approved list, because these things come up so fast it's impossible for anybody to keep up with it except you guys helping. So make sure you let us know on that one. You'll notice also under Chrome apps, so that's one way you can just search. If you're looking for specific apps, you could just click by topic area, and again, you can push those out pretty simply. Be careful of things like IXL because it's going to send it to the generic site and not to the Lake Stevens one. I would recommend using the bookmark for that one. But that's pretty simple. Just so you know, there's a few other things that you can eventually do too, is we can add purchase orders in. So if we needed to purchase licenses for a specific group, or you had a grant and you wanted to buy licenses to a site that costs money, we could get a purchase order, put that in, and you can pay for it and push it out to your kids all at the same time. That's pretty slick. So there's a lot of things that you can do in here and make it pretty simple. So with that, Chad, what did I miss? Do you have any other questions, or are there any other questions out there?
I think that's fantastic. I haven't used that tool yet, but I have one in mind that I want to do this week. So
I will say that it's approved by Missy Manish, who told me and said she uses this all the time. So I know that it works. In fact, as she really actually uses it a lot as she's in there. So it's just a great time saver, and you can be assured that kids have what they need, that's what you really want. You just want to make sure kids have what they need when they need it.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't believe it, but we actually made it in our time frame.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right. Now remember, check the show items there. I'm going to share one more thing, Chad, really quick. And I just have to always go back and find it. Okay. Okay, I see what I did here. So remember, one of the things we're doing is we're keeping a blog of the Swimming in Tech. And let me just go really quick and I'll share that screen. So you can come to swimmingintech.blogspot.com, and each week we'll post the agenda for the hangout, and we'll follow that up after the fact with any links, anything like that you need. So you can always come back to this and review what we've done. We'll also post up where it says click here to enter the hangout. We're recording each time, so we will put the link to the hangout in there. You can always come back and click it, or if you're busy at 4 o'clock on Monday, but you're okay at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, you can watch it then. You can watch it anytime that you want to. And with that, any other words of wisdom, Chad?
I don't think so. I think that was a good pilot episode. Looking forward to same bat time next Monday. I think it's going to be great.
All right. So just so you know, same topics next Monday, just more polished and refined. And Chad's ready to dive in and do some snorkeling, and who would want to stop him? And it's funny that mine will not work. I'm trying to put a halo on, and it won't do it.
Well, that Google's trying to tell you something.
It's almost like it's trying to tell me that I don't qualify, but
How
sure
about
that can't be.
How about the devil horns?
Yeah. Nope, won't give me anything. I'm neither. I'm a neutral.
No, I didn't know if it was a good versus evil.
All right, that's it. I'm going to stop it.